So the other day we talked about Space Marine Rumours, we talked about Codex 2.0. Today I want to focus on other Space Marine chapters and their refreshes going forward in the future. I've been having this question ever since the Dark Angel stuff dropped, ever since, well, basically the Grey Knights existed. When's the next Grey Knight update? When's the Ravenwing coming? Hopefully today I can break some down, give you some information, thoughts, theories, rumours, all muddled into one, and we can just talk about it. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So I want to start talking about Grey Knights first because this is one of the big questions. What the hell's going on with the Grey Knights? And the Grey Knights for now are actually different than other Space Marine chapters in terms of model releases. Because if you look at the stuff like the Dark Angels, the Blood Angels, the upcoming Space Wolf range, all the rumours, everything that's been released so far surrounding that has had nothing to do with vehicles, where the Grey Knights have had an actual vehicle upgrade kit, but they've had nothing in terms of infantry models. It's kind of a back to front approach from Games Workshop. Now, the only infantry refresh we've had for the Grey Knights so far is Castle and Crow, which dropped during 9th edition, if I'm not mistaken. I was personally hoping that this edition, 10th edition, would be the edition that the Grey Knights did get a refresh. But what I'm hearing from the whispers now is that 11th edition is supposed to be that edition where they get most of the love. I say most of the love because I have heard something, and again, this is pure theory. Well, I say theory, it's pure rumor mill at the moment. And again, I always say rumors are rumors, believe what you want. But I'm still hearing about a potential Grey Knight kill team. Maybe the Grey Knight kill team will drop in 11th, it won't drop in 10th, but I'm still hearing big whispers about that kill team. And I'm thinking, like, what could they put in that kill team? It probably wouldn't be Terminators, right? Because that wouldn't make sense for a kill team. I'm sure kill team people may have a different take on that. But what I'm trying to get across is that there is stuff coming for Grey Knights. And I've been telling people right now, like, a lot of people have been saying to Valrak, should I buy Grey Knight? Should I get into Grey Knights? Personally, I'm a massive Grey Knight fan, and I wouldn't invest into the Grey Knight range as of yet. I still think they still have incredible models, cool models, but when you can compare them to, like, the newer type of stuff, the scale of it is just a bit off. And one of the big whispers I was hearing at the start of this edition, which again is looking to become true, it's trickled to become true, is that Terminators are all going to get a refresh. We've seen it already with Deathwing, Deathwing Knights. Apparently Lysander is about to get a brand new Terminator model. There's rumors of an Iron Hand Terminator model. The Space Wolves are part of their range refresh. When that actually hits, are supposed to be getting new Terminator models. The only thing that has been left out of this so far is Blood Angel Terminators, but there's a bit of theory, there's a bit of rumor that potential Space Hulk kill team, something out there. Like GW have done some teasing about that, which that could eventually get models for them. But the point I'm trying to make is that, of course, Grey Knights are in Terminator armor. Well, most of them are in Terminator armor, and it makes sense for them to be rescaled now to the brand new Terminator scaling. I do hope with the campaign book coming out of Armageddon and their codex coming out, there's a bit more hype around the Grey Knights as a whole as an army, and going forward into 11th edition, again, if the whispers are right, that is going to be their edition, and hopefully we'll get a bunch of new models, maybe a new Kaldor Drago, maybe new characters introduced, you know, Paladins, Terminators, everything like that, everything you can hopefully imagine. Hopefully they will get as part of that Grey Knight range refresh, because let's face it, they deserve it. They're one of the coolest Space Marine chapters, and I think they're absolutely badass. Again, I'm a massive fan, and I cannot wait for the Grey Knights to eventually get their refresh. So moving on from Grey Knights, I want to talk about Ravenwing, because this is a big question that has been asked as well. Is like, what the hell is happening with the Ravenwing? When the Dark Angels actually did get released, it was just infantry based models. It was just like Deathwing Knights, there were some characters in there, Belial and stuff, etc, etc, but there was nothing to do with the Ravenwing, like no Samael, and people asking, well, what the hell's going on? Technically, we did get like an upgrade kit for the Ravenwing that added like a spoiler with some feathers on there. It was cool, but it wasn't really Ravenwing. Now, I personally think the refresh of the Ravenwing is going to happen in 11th edition, and it's all connected to the models that are going to be launching potentially with 11th edition. For people who are new, for people who haven't been following the rumors, apparently 11th edition is going to have an Orc versus Space Marine launch box set. I'm hearing that 11th edition or the incoming Space Marine models are supposed to be fast attack themed, so a new variant of Speeder. I'm hearing multi-part Outriders. I'm hearing like Vanguard Veterans, drop pods and stuff like that. Very, very like strike from the skies, really fast in your face type of units, which makes sense for the Ravenwing. So if those rumors do turn out to be true and we do get, for example, multi-part Outriders, then that makes sense that Games Workshop has hung back to wait for those models to drop, because once you do start getting multi-part Outriders, then you can start putting in the rules and maybe jazzing them up to give them an old Dark Angel theme to those models as well, with like bolters, melters, flamers and stuff, and it just makes sense for that range then to be released around that time. Again, the same for the speeder, if that turns out to be true. I personally believe that we are going to get some Fiend Raven Guard Outriders, and I do think we'll get a Fiend Raven Guard speeder led by none other than a brand new Samael model on a jet bike. There's already rumors about a White Scar jet bike character, so why not just redo the Samael model and give him his amazing looking jet bike, all refreshed, all brand new. I personally believe it makes perfect sense for them to drop in 11th edition. There's also one more thing I want to talk about as well, which again goes back to the start of the video when it comes to actual vehicles with actual chapters being released. We talked about the Grey Knight, they got the upgrade Grandmaster in the baby suit, but all the other chapters, the Dark Angels, the Blood Angels, the Black Templars, we don't really know so far. Maybe they will get a Black Templar Dreadnought. I guess we'll have to see soon in the future. The Space Wolves, for example, everything that's been released so far, everything that's been rumored, there's nothing to do with vehicles. And I think Games Workshop are going to focus next edition on vehicles. I can definitely see, like we've already said, Ravenwing, I was going to say Raven Guard then, Ravenwing for the Dark Angels, so bikes, speeders, Samael and stuff like that on a vehicle. For Blood Angels, maybe, just maybe, again, Theory mode, we're going to get like the Librarian Dreadnought coming back for them, like that got taken away and maybe they're going to bring it back. That'd be really, really big, cool thing to do. And for Space Wolves, maybe a new Beyond Murderfang model, something like that. Again, I'm hearing nothing about them this edition. Just because I don't hear anything doesn't mean it's not true, but I would put my money on maybe next edition is going to be the vehicle edition for Space Marines. More Dreadnoughts, maybe more tanks being added into it, drop pods, etc. That type of stuff. I guess the future will have to just wait and see. But for those people who've been asking about Grey Knights, Ravenwing, hopefully I've answered a couple of questions for you today. If not, then I'm sorry. If you've still got a question, post it down below. I'll do my best to try and answer that. But I really do think next edition, we are going to see more vehicles, Ravenwing, Grey Knights, all that stuff will be refreshed. And hopefully it does, because I'm a huge fan of Grey Knights and I want them in my cabinet. See ya, have a great day, and bye-bye.